Welcome to the deep dive. We take your sources, we dig in, and pull out the key insights for you.
That's right.
And today, well, we're plunging into something labeled top secret. It's a report from a private UK company, and it flags what the author is calling an urgent international security and NATO emergency. Big words.
Definitely big words.
So our mission here is not just to unpack these, frankly, extraordinary claims, but really to understand why this report from such an unusual place needs looking at.
Right.
Especially because of the way the author says they've actually proven these allegations of a wide-ranging, high-level conspiracy.
And what makes this report really stand out, especially if you follow intelligence claims, is where it comes from.
Yeah.
It's Capstone Estates Limited, a private UK company, which is not your usual source for this kind of intel.
No, definitely not.
The report makes a point of saying it's private, but that it does sometimes share confidential info with UN area governments. And the author themselves has quite an interesting background, nearly 22 years as an authorized person for London Underground Limited.
Okay, so authorized person for the tube. How does the report connect that role, that experience, to uncovering something supposedly of, international importance?
Well, that's key. Their job on the underground was investigating crime and terrorism. Real ground-level stuff on the network.
Right.
And the report argues this gave them a unique perspective. Skills to spot patterns, security weaknesses, things others might miss, even looking at the national picture.
Because the underground is so critical, right? Moving a huge part of the workforce that drives, a massive slice of the UK's GDP?
Exactly. So the report stresses this isn't just some casual observer making claims. They had specific experience.
Got it. So when did this all supposedly start?
The report says the author first suspected something was up within MI5, the UK security service, back around 2009. Just initial concerns, maybe?
Okay, 2009.
But things really heat up in 2017. According to this report, a retired Metropolitan Police detective allegedly told the author about a secret department inside MI5.
A secret department. Wow. Okay, what kind of secret department?
Well, this is where it gets pretty wild. This alleged department was supposedly acting against the UK national interest.
How?
The claim is they were involved in bribing, blackmailing, and even honey-trapping UK politicians.
Honey trapping? You mean like seduction to compromise people, that old chestnut?
That's the tactic, yes. And the same source, this retired detective, also apparently claimed his own computer was being hacked by the suspects involved.
Okay, this is escalating quickly. Did it then become personal for the author?
It seems so. Starting in 2018, the report lists signs of harassment aimed at the author. Things like gaslighting.
Making them doubt their own sanity, basically.
That plus email hacking, one hack traced specifically to Scotland, near an RAF base, interestingly, and even illegal surveillance.
And the author's take on this was?
They suspected it was an attempt to shut them up. Stop them digging after what the retired detective told them.
And did it stop there? Sounds like things were already pretty serious.
No, apparently got worse. By 2022, the report claims the author was dealing with clear telephone and computer hacking, constant interference with their communications.
Constant interference.
And even harassment targeting their family.
Okay, yeah.
So naturally, they concluded whatever they'd stumbled on must be incredibly sensitive, extremely serious.
Right.
So serious, in fact, that they retired from their London Underground role and actually moved to East Asia, though they kept directing their company and the investigation from there.
So wait, let me get this straight. The author is basically arguing that the very attempts to silence them, to obstruct their investigation, those actions became the proof.
That's the core of it, precisely. That's the central assertion in the report.
Huh.
The author claims that because these cyber crimes against them and their company were so sustained, so blatant, they were able to document provable crimes.
Crimes committed specifically to stop the investigation.
Exactly. And that's how they claim they can now prove, beyond reasonable doubt, this whole conspiracy exists. One they label anti-UK, anti-USA, and anti-NATO.
Okay. Those are, as we said, extraordinary claims. So the obvious question is, who did they tell? Did they try to alert the authorities?
Oh, yes. The report details attempts to contact a staggering list of high-level UK and US bodies.
Like who?
We're talking UK National Crime Agency, the Prime Minister, even the King. On the US side, the President, the FBI, the Department of Justice. Just a huge list.
Right, hitting all the major players. And the result?
Here's the kicker. The report claims they received absolutely no response from any of them. Zero.
No response at all. That's hard to believe. Is there evidence provided for that claim?
Well, the report does include some evidence related to email attempts.
Yeah.
It shows screenshots, essentially, of multiple non-deliver messages.
Ah, bounce back.
Bounce backs, yes. When trying to email official bodies like the UK Electoral Commission, the Commonwealth, the National Crime Agency.
And what reason did the emails give for not delivering?
Some messages cited things like invalid recipient. Others said the sender's IP address was blocked using Spam House.
Spam House, that's an anti-spam list, so they're implying this wasn't just accidental.
The report frames this as evidence of cybercrime and obstruction of justice, often pointing fingers at USAID-hosted companies involved in the blocking.
But you said some messages. Was there anything else?
Well, it's important to note the report also includes examples where non-delivery seems to be down to simple typos made by the author in the email addresses.
Okay, that's a crucial detail, isn't it? If some are typos, it suggests the mail systems were working sometimes.
It does add that complexity, yes.
So how does the report square that? How does it distinguish between, say, genuine technical blocking potential obstruction and just hitting the wrong key when it draws its big conclusions?
That's a fair question. The report itself sort of presents both types of failures. It emphasizes the pattern of interference rather than just isolated incidents.
Yeah.
It's the sheer volume of attempts across so many important agencies combined with the varied and sometimes quite technical reasons for the failures
That the author presents as the compelling evidence of a coordinated block.
That seems to be the argument, yes. They leave it for you, the reader, to weigh the different types of evidence presented.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. We've looked into this really extraordinary report. We're talking alleged high-level conspiracies, serious cybercrime, claims of obstruction of justice, all impacting national and international security, according to the author.
It really leaves you with a heavy question, doesn't it? For you, the listener, how do we, as informed citizens, even begin to grapple with such profound allegations of systemic compromise at the highest levels?
Especially when the very channels you'd expect to use to report something like this, the police, intelligence agencies, government leaders, are the ones the report claims are potentially impacted or at least unresponsive.
Exactly. What does it mean when someone claims they have documented, provable evidence of an anti-UK, anti-USA, and anti-NATO conspiracy, but apparently just cannot get anyone in authority to even acknowledge their message? It's definitely something to ponder.